What's up, y'all? This your boy J Ross hanging out with my cat David Dyson, y'all. He about to put it down. This finna be a treat. He in town with Pieces of a Dream, y'all, for the U City Jazz Fest. Gave me a little while. We gonna holler at Dave, y'all. Dave, man, you one of the coolest cats on bass, man. Married, hey man. But how is married life now that you are back on the road gigging hard?
Like I said, it's cool. It's cool. You know, it's always up and down. You know, wife doesn't want me on the road so much. I used to be on the road a lot more, actually.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm kept busy working a lot, and you know, you always try to find the balance between family and everything. You know, but it's very important to get that family in.
How was the day though? Like you miss your kids, man.
All the time.
Yeah, you out gigging.
All the time. But I make sure I make it up. I mean, shoot, I like to be there to take them to school and pick them up most of the time, most of the year, as much as I can. So, you know, we get our time in.
Now you done play, yeah, all right. You done play with a lot of bands. My favorite when you played with Michelle, Mr. Coachella, how you just groove that background, man.
That was one of my funnest gigs. I mean, I love doing it. I mean, that's what I love to do, groove.
Hey, Dave, but where you get that immaculate groove funk feel from, though, man?
I mean, thanks, man. That's just coming from the heart. But I mean, my mentors of groove that I grew up listening to are all like, you know, Bootsy, Louis Johnson,
yeah,
Larry Graham, you know, Marcus Miller. I mean, all those cats. I mean, I grew up in, you know, the soul funk groove era. You know, that's what really influenced me before I started playing bass. So, you know, that's where coming in. You know, a lot of them, I'm influenced by them, and then I have, you know, what's coming out of me, you know. So, you know, all that together is what comes out, you know.
So, what was your practice regimen like back in the day to get you where you need to be a professional?
Oh yeah, we had albums in vinyl, so I used to put all my favorite stuff on, whether it didn't have to be, you know, somebody with a phenomenal bass player. It just had to be a record that I liked, like you know, like George Duke with my man Byron Miller or whatever. And,
yeah.
You know, you know, just listen to all the tunes I love to play. You know, anything I love to play. Even, you know, it could be Slave, Lakeside, Pleasure. I mean, Daniel Phillips. I mean, all that stuff. I would just put it on, and I'd keep moving the needle back until I got the bass line, you know, like as they played it, and then I would play it all the way through and put my own stuff on top of it.
Yeah, now, growing up, did you have a lot of support from your family, from your mom and pops and everybody?
Definitely. My parents, they bought me a bass guitar, an amp, and booklet to learn how to read with Mel Bay or something. That was like, I was 12 years old? Yeah, 12 years old. And from then on, from that point on, they saw my diligence. I'd always go down in the basement to practice. So they would, you know, listen and learn all the stuff I was growing up with, P-Funk and all that. Rodney Ski Curtis, another one of my mentors of groove.
Yeah.
You know, he had a different groove than everybody else. That's why, you know, just like Paul Chambers to me had a different swing than everybody else. And it was almost like funk, but in jazz. And those are the kind of cats I gravitate to. You know, I would listen and study what they were doing, and put my own thing to it. And my parents were always supportive, always, you know, supply me with new bass guitars and equipment and whatever I need, you know, until I was able to work it by my own.
Yeah. Hey, on that reading tip, has that worked, you know, does that come in handy for you?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I tell when I do clinics all the time, I tell about the story where, you know, you never know when you're going to really need it. I mean, like doing tours like doing Jazz Attack and stuff, and you got charts all over the place, and you know, what, about 30, 40 songs you have to learn in a short period of time. You need that to be able to read and be able to, you know, do your little condensed charts and stuff, and read the charts that they've given. I remember this one particular time I was playing with Bob James in Korea, and I learned, you know, I was sent the music from the CD, and I was sent charts. And I learned the music, for that particular time, I just learned the music that was on the CD, because I loved what Richard Bono was playing and all that. And so it came time to rehearse, and I really never looked at the charts, but I bought the charts with me. So we started playing the song, and Bob James stopped it, and he was like, is that what's written on the chart? I said, no, this is what was on the CD. And he said, no, I want you to play what's on the chart. So I was forced to be on the spot and read the chart right then and there. If I didn't, I would have been totally embarrassed. But and the funny thing is what was on the chart was totally different from what Richard Bona played.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it was crazy. You know, I mean, and it's funny. I asked Bob about that later on. I said, I was trying to remember the name of the tune where he stopped and asked me. He couldn't remember, but you know, it's really important, man. It can keep you from being embarrassed, and it helps you to, you know, be able to navigate music and gigs a lot easier.
Yeah.
You have both the skills. Not all the gigs where you need to learn how to breathe. A lot of them you won't, but there will be some where you will. And then, like, as soon as you go into the studio, sometimes if you don't have a chance to hear the music and you have the charts, you got like 5 or 10 minutes to just go through in your head and go through all the rhythms, then and check out the places where they can give you problems.
Yeah.
You know, you always look for where the most notes, you know, the fastest notes, with, you know, or certain rhythmic patterns that may trip you up, and you go over them, and you say, okay, I got this. You know, so that's just the way I go about it.
Hey y'all, we're gonna let Dave go real quick, try to get him back. They looking for him. He gotta go hook up and get tuned in. So we're gonna holler him at a little bit later. Y'all, this is J. Ross. J. Ross TV, 10 million strong, we gone. Peace.
Appreciate you, my man.